Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the playoffs for EGFH Season 1 in Overwatch. We are about to get into our second semifinal match between Northwestern Regional Highlanders and the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Whoever wins this match will be joining our first semifinal winner, the Notre Dame Green Knights at UConn for the LAN Finals. I want to start off by thanking our sponsors, the UConn Gaming Club, the UConn School of Engineering, HyperX, and Controller Chaos for making this season possible. Be sure to check out their links below the stream. And also, guys, we are still holding that MVP vote. So if you want to get in on the action, make sure to type !MVP so you can get your vote cast. My name is VicSharp Wattigny, and once again for the series, I am joined by ROROROR.
How you doing?
I am doing good. I'm ready. After that first match, I'm ready to go. I want some more Overwatch.
Right, and right now we will be on Kings Row. The map selection during the playoffs was a little bit different than the regular season, and so we had the higher seed, the Highlanders, getting selection on maps 1 and 3, while lower seeds, the Centaurs, picked map 2. Whereas the team who wasn't picking got to ban one map from the pool. And that ended up being Kings Row, Nepal, and Route 66. We'll be going back to Nepal and Route 66 for the series, unless it's a straight 2-0. But otherwise, we're going to Kings Row right now.
And I'm excited for Kings Row. You know, we got to see Eichenwald in the last map, and as much as I love a good Eichenwald, Kings Row is really where you get to see kind of some of the strategy and some of these preparation that most teams come out. It's such a comfort map for so many teams.
Right, and it looks like the Centaurs will be running kind of a dive, it looks like. Are they on? They were offense, right?
Yes, the Centaurs are on the red side and will be offense on this first one, while it will be the Highlanders on the defense on blue side for this first map.
All right, then. Looks like they're just debating a little bit. What do you think we're going to see coming out of defense?
I think it's interesting.
There it is.
Yeah. I think we had a lot of questions with the Highlanders bringing in Red Army for this series. You know, we didn't really know where they were going to go, and it looks like it's actually going to be maybe Luke Minnow on support with Synthetics and Maddox running as their DPS.
Right, and looks like both teams are going to run a Zarya. You don't really get to see much Zarya these days, but this is the one map to do it. Overbutt is going to be on to Winston. And they're actually running a triple tank on the side of the Centaurs for the dive, actually.
For now.
Okay, and then okay, I'm just not going to talk. I'm not going to talk. They're still on triple. Actually, no, they're still on triple tank. Never mind. I was right. No, never mind. Not anymore. Please make a decision.
What are you looking at?
If you're watching this and you're in one of our games, anytime Richard's casting, make sure you switch at 5 seconds. Just really throw him off.
Yep, I don't deserve to think straight until about 5 seconds around the game starting. Anyways, we have on the defense. We have Maddox on the Junkrat, Synthetics on the McCree. That will be a good anti, but there is no dive coming out from unless they switch right now. There is no dive coming out from the Centaurs. No,
but it is triple tank.
It is triple tank.
It's quad.
It's quad tank actually. My bad. They did switch onto the Zarya. And we have Lucio Moira coming out. This is a very good quad tank. It's going to sit down on this point. So much energy being built up right now by both these Zaryas. Flame strikes flying left and right. And then Mercy Bot's going to take down Weezer, and then a pin going to land onto Trav And now Centaurs will take this point. Oh, so much energy on Aimbot right now. He's already... How much energy is that right now? 80 energy right now. That means he had maxed out during that fight.
That was absurd. I've seen quad tank work, especially on Kings Row. Like you said, they can just get onto the point and just sit there. But I've never seen it that effective that quickly. They just kind of bowled over the Highlanders.
Right now, Mercy Bot's going to build up a coalescence pretty much every single fight if this keeps up. And Blason's going to be on the Pharah. I don't quite agree with this. You can't even put an orb on her, let alone like have Mercy sitting on Pharah. But Synthetics is going to be over on the Reaper, trying to deal with at least this triple tank. Coalescence is going to come out, and the Earthshatter is going to go down. Going to take down Red Army with that Coalescence. Luke Minnow will be bringing out the Transcendence, able to keep everyone out. Synthetics to be contesting the back a little bit, but oh, a nice, it almost looked like a parry the way he shielded that. Overbutt's gonna block that Earth Shatter coming out from Trav, and now Trav's gonna run into swinging, but it's gonna die. Centaur is going to take this fight once again.
Yeah, and just once again, Red Army went down so quickly, just immediately got kind of picked off and picked out, and Aimbot and Mercybot are living up to their name. I mean, he's on Moira, but they're playing absurd through these first 2 points.
Right, and both teams are going to be sitting on a grab actually for this last point if they're going to contest. They'll leave it in time. No, he won't. He's going to get by the corner. Aimbot's going to pop that grab, and now Blaze is going to get a triple kill into that grab. Actually going to get the environmental onto Luke Minnow. And
Yeah,
that's the second point.
That's such a big fight for the Centaurs because now their 3rd point push goes through the first turn almost uncontested. The coordination has been insane, and the Highlanders just kind of seem caught off guard and not ready for this.
Oh, and Blaze is gonna get another good, nice concussive mine onto Trav, and now just Eric Chang's gonna be diving in the back, gonna be bullying Weezer. Weezer's gonna kill himself against the Diva's mech. And the stick's gonna go down onto Overbutt. Now it's just gonna be a lot of healing going down, a lot of ult charge coming out for the Moira. Travis gonna charge onto point. He's gonna get the pin onto Overbutt, but once again he's just gonna get healed up. Colette's gonna come out from Mercybot. Now Blaze is gonna pop that barrage, taking down Synthetics in the middle of that Death Blossom. Unfortunately, the Death Blossom grab combo did not go as well as they planned. Red Army's gonna go down. Maddox switching over to the Doomfist, able to take down Overbutt with the environmental. Oh no, Aimbot and Havoc are going down to Link Minnows, Lucio's boop, and then Blaze is still just sitting up top, raining death onto the Highlanders, but they will stabilize finally.
Yeah, like you said, finally, still 4.5 minutes left. This has been such a fast attack. Synthetics maybe went a little deep trying to take down and Blazin there as he's living up to his name. He's been on fire for I think every single one of these fights.
Thanks for the assist.
How do you defend for 4 minutes though, Rora? How do you defend this point?
they have the Zarya. Hopefully they can build up a grab every fight with Blazin raining some rockets down. That's what I can say for them.
Yeah, and it looks like the high ground is now the Centaurs' chances. They want to just dive right on in.
Right, Overbutt and Aimbot are going to dive into the back, and Blazin's going to get a triple kill with that barrage, picking up, and Red Army gets the 4th kill onto Luke Minnow. Oh my gosh, and Blazin, the Highlanders need a hit scan that doesn't get dove immediately and dies, but that's the 3rd point.
Yeah, that's gonna be a adaptation for their defense for their offense because their defense falters. Still 3.5 minutes remaining for the Centaurs. I've seen some very fast attacks. We've seen some very fast points even today, but that was the most complete attack I think we've seen.
Right, and I think the Streets phase you can write off as a snowball, and then the Highlanders were able to kind of stabilize for the 3rd point, but Blazin was just too hot on that Pharah, just getting way too much work done.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way to deal with him. It is his most played DPS, so something he is very comfortable on. He was getting those concussive environmental kills so cleanly and just knowing where he wasn't going to be touched. And it looks like we might see an adaptation as we actually see, this could change. I don't want to talk about comps because I'm going to, get roasted just like you were last time. But right now, Synthetics is hovering a Widow.
Right, and that might just be for scouting. That might be a serious pick. But, it looks like Synthetics wants to hide the Widow. So they might be running the Widow. We have 36 seconds left to find out.
Yeah, but we can look at the defense and, Emblazon, of course, on the Pharah, expected Aimbot on the Soldier now going for hitscan himself and Mercybot on the Mercy. And Mercybot had a very good Moira. This Mercy is obviously his most played, so that feels a little scary for the Highlanders.
Right, it looks like everybody's just on their comfort pick at this point. But it looks like Synthetics will be staying on that Widow, trying to deal with the Pharah. not just for scouting purposes, did hide during that entire warm-up phase.
Yeah, they're
He accidentally fell down. Statics, what are you doing?
They ran triple tank themselves, actually. You know, not having synthetics means they can't really make a big push here, but
Right, we're just gonna be diving onto the soldier, but it's gonna be a great peel coming out from both the supports. So you're up on the high ground. Trav's shield is very low right now, very high. Blaze is going to be trying to rain death on people, but Synthetics will be putting a lot of pressure onto the high ground, taking up the statue position, and it's going to be putting a lot of pressure onto the airspace for Blaze. Blaze is going to jump onto Synthetics, actually, not able to take that Weezer in the meantime, taking lots of cover, lots of good cover, but Maddox takes down on Blazing, flies a little bit too low.
yeah, and the Coalescence already coming out from Luke Minnow, charged that up so fast, and they're going to get the first tick. Don't think they're gonna get too much because Aimbot is just in a duel with a Widow right now.
Right, and it looks like Aimbot's in a great position actually. Weezer's gonna be diving station. Earth Shatter coming out, but not able to get much for it. Takes down the Diva mech. Right, the Synthetics actually taking down Eric Chang, and Synthetics also taking down the Blazing in the middle of that Feral. That's what you needed. But now Aimbot's gonna pop that attack visor. It's just Trav on the point, really, with that shield, just gonna stuff everything. Taking down Luke Minnow and Weezer at the very end of the attack visor. But looks like the Centaurs will hold.
And that's also so big that the Centaurs held when they did, because they were so close, but they didn't fully complete the tick. So all that progress, all of that work now gone, and the Highlanders have to reset. They've switched over to the Ana and switched over to the Genji. I mean, it's just almost a full new
Yeah, they
team.
went full dive this time. And honestly, dive is one of the hardest things for a fair to deal with. They're just, everybody's flying around. There's not much for you to really deal with. Eric Chang's going to be diving into the back, but Maddox will be babysitting Luke Minnow. And now the grab's going to come out. He has been high energy this entire time. Oh no, that self-destruct will take down both the tanks for the side of the Highlanders. Synthetics will be able to dive onto Aimbot and kill him. And Mercybot will go down. Both supports up for the Highlanders, actually. They're the ones contesting the point right now.
Yeah,
but it looks like Eric Chang will be diving onto Red Army, and Blazing will finally take Luke Minnow down, unable to really keep each other, the support's unable to keep each other alive for that length.
Yeah, and it was a nice kind of stall there at the end by the Centaurs. They were definitely holding, but now they're just getting chased down. Synthetics is going ham along with Maddox. They are taking no prisoners.
Right, and that was actually a pretty good hold coming out for the Centaurs. They drained a lot of time. But now Aimbot's going to take down Synthetics. It's going to give time for Mercybot to run back from spawn and make it a 6v5 or a 6v6 since it's so close to the first attacker spawn.
Yeah, the thing to note though, almost 3 ults coming out for the Highlanders here, and that nano boost onto a Dragon Blading Genji sounds.
Oh, but we have a Blazes coming up from the back as a barrage, and he's... Minnow goes down for the barrage, but the rest of the team will be able to survive. Aimbot's going to pop that attack visor, and Havoc is going to have that Transcendence coming out, and that's going to be a good defense coming out from the Centaurs.
Yeah, like you said, it looked like they were looking for my plan, the Ana ult into the Dragon Blade from Synthetics, but just such a great response from Emblazon. And they're just continuing this fight because they feel like they're stronger.
Right, and it is unfortunate that Havoc ended up using that Transcendence, because now they have a Nano Blade to deal with. Alright, it looks like the Highlighters will be going in. Will the Nano Blade come out? Nano Blade is going to come out. The Diva ult's going to come out. But right now, Synthetic... actually, the Nano didn't even go down onto Synthetics. I guess he went out of range too fast. Luke Minnow went down. Aimbot's going to get the pick onto Maddox, and Emblazon's just going to be raining death once again.
Yeah, Luke Minnow went down without using the Nano Boost again. And like you said, the Dragon Blade was used. And that's pretty big for the Highlanders that didn't go anywhere close to the way they wanted. And Red Army's now actually switched onto the Mercy. They're trying to make these adaptations.
Right, and I think at the very least they could have just gone for the Zenyatta. That's a guaranteed kill with that Nano Blade because no one's gonna take you down in that amount of time, and Zen had already used Transcendence. But now it looks like they're going to be running over to the right, Synthetic switching over to the McCree instead. Maddox having to recall, but another great barrage coming out from Emblazon. Dude, this man is unstoppable right now. He has been anti-healed, but he's also able to peel away just with those Vera jump jets.
Yeah, and the payload, meanwhile, has almost completely left the streets. They just can't get any progress going. They're having so much trouble finding any purchase against this defense from the Centaurs. And kind of as you said, it's on the back of Emblazon. He has been absolutely crazy. Synthetics is gonna find a pick on Aimbot.
Synthetics is hiding around the corner. Oh, he's gonna be in a duel with the fire right now. He's gonna go down to Emblazon. That's a counter to Emblazon, but it looks like Overbot's gonna pop down that supercharger, and Havoctar is gonna do that Transcendence once again. The self-destruct coming out, 3 ultimates coming out. Maddox actually getting the kill on the Emblazon, his counterpart. He switched over to Pharah. Now Primal Rage is coming out from Weezer. It's just gonna be knocking people around as Synthetic sits on the payload to push it.
Yeah, and this is what they needed. Some way to just get some push going. Get some momentum, and maybe having Maddox on the Pharah to counter Emblazon was the answer.
Oh no, Havoctar getting caught a little far forward. Now Emblazon will be coming back to the fight, but it's still a 65 right now. Aimbot's gonna drop that aimbot and taking down Maddox. But not, otherwise, just payloading away. There's Diva ult, or Diva Defense Matrix in the way. Both Mercy's gonna be popping that Valkyrie, and Mercy Bot's gonna take down Synthetics actually. So right now, Emblazon's kind of have some free reigns to pop that ultimate, taking down 3 with that barrage, 4 with that barrage, and then a 4th with a nice rocket.
I'm almost in shock at the way this first map went, Rora, because this wasn't we were talking some pregame. This wasn't what we expected. You know, the Centaurs came out with a plan and they executed. Emblazon, I don't even know which play this is. There were so many of them.
Oh, this is the barrage and the grab into another conch.
Double kill, triple kill.
That's insane. Seeing just the way he was able to make that work, and without the barrage even that time, didn't even need it. He had 53 eliminations in that map.
That is insane. Emblazon was easily the star player of that game.
Absolutely, and you know, that kind of feels like what the Centaurs needed from their MVP candidate, is Emblazon just kind of going crazy, taking this over, because these are two, we thought, very evenly matched teams, and Emblazon said, we'll see.
Puts the carry pants on. There's nothing you can really do about that unless someone else has a pair.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. You know, that's such a big win. Getting that first map in a best of 3 like this can be so impactful for your strategy. What do the Highlanders have to do on Nepal for this second map in order to pull the series back?
You know, I think they just need to be able to shut down Emblazon. Because we're on Nepal, he's definitely gonna run that Pharah. Like they probably need Luke Minnow to play a hit scan, to be honest. He's had some pretty good aim. He was on that Ana earlier, doing a lot of work, but his duties need to be focused on taking down Emblazon, and eventually the rest of the team.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think if you take down Emblazon, it's a good start. It feels like it may not be enough because all of Centaurs played that first map so well, but it's definitely the right start. I think maybe getting Luke Minnow on something he's really comfortable with and can have that massive impact on, because you know, we saw him, as you said, on that Ana, and he performed well, but you can't really carry as a support.
Unless you're Jonak, of course, but I think we can all agree that there's only one person like that in the world, and that is Jonak.
But guys, we are going to take a brief little break between this first and second map, just work out some technical difficulties. We want both teams to, be able to play at their best. So we're just going to take a quick break before we get into map 2 Nepal. Welcome back, everyone. We are back from the slight little break between the maps, and we were about to get into map 2 Nepal. If you missed map 1, the Centaurs came out dominatingly, taking that first point, the first map over the Highlanders, and do have match point up 1-0. We talked about it some, but really, what do you expect to see from the Highlanders on Nepal?
Right now, the Highlanders, they definitely are going to run some kind of dive with a hit scan. The hit scan being Tracer, I guess. Well, Synthetics having some thoughts. Yes, that is exactly what I predicted. He's going to be on that soldier. He's going to try to deal with Emblazon, but Emblazon right now is on the May, probably trolling me once again. It's okay. I know he's going to go on that Pharah.
See, and I would expect that too. And it fits. And with this first map on Nepal here, this is actually a very good Pharah point. You know, we mentioned it some. He might not necessarily be trolling you though. Well, nah, they're still got.
They are 100% trolling me.
A few seconds. Yeah, they're gonna troll you.
We have up to maybe 25 seconds actually at this point. They can still troll me. I wouldn't put it past them to wait till the game starts to make their actual switch.
It looks like they are doing that because there's a Symmetra right now. So.
All right, but yes, we have a dive with a soldier coming out from the Highlanders. Let's see what they can do. Emblazon on the Pharah, dive coming out from the Centaurs also, and we have we have the Highlanders going high ground. Very fitting. But on the other hand, the Centaurs will be able to take the point down. Weezer's going to jump in with that Winston, and Red Arty's going to have to amp heal all of that damage right now. So the tanks are getting pretty low for the already. Overwatch's going to take that Maddox. He gets caught over next to the health pack. That's not good. Luke Minno's going to go down to aimbot, and Blaze is going to take down Synthetics. Synthetics, that's your job. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, when Emblazon feels comfortable enough to just dive into point and try and take down the soldier himself, that's a very big indication of how the fight has gone so far. And already, like you said, Centaurs took first point. They're already building up that percentage and already have 2 ults charged up.
I'm giving Synthetics a little too much crap right now. It is very hard to deal with a Pharaoh who has a Mercy on him, and also on this point, it's just Pharaoh has so much free range, so many sight lines for him to hide behind. Right now, it looks like Weezer has to pull out. Travis is going to come back, and a lot of peel coming out. Overbot has to pop that Primal Rage to get out. Weezer goes down to aimbot instead, and Eric Chang's going to take down Travis Mech and Synthetics. Overbot taking down Luke Minnow as well, and oh, that's a wrap.
Yeah, another fight that the Centaurs, they have the ult charges, they have the coordination right now, and they are just kind of rolling over anything that the Highlanders are trying to throw at them. Now we're going to see a fight that we're going to see about 4 to 5 ultimates on each team. So this is where the explosion is going to happen. 53% already for the Centaurs. The Highlanders need to do it quick.
Oh no, Emblazon, stop doing that. He's taking that too with that barrage, and now Mercibot's gonna pop that Valkyrie, gonna res Havoc Twar, got taken out earlier in that fight, but Overbot's gonna clean up Trav. That's another fight won. He's gonna get the stagger onto Red Army and Maddox as well, and hopefully Weezer's gonna go down, and yes he will. Does not pop. And Luke Minnow and Synthetics pushing up so far already, and Blaze is gonna go down finally. I think that's like what, the 3rd death for the Centaurs at this point. But that's just so much stagger right now. They're 85% already, and Blazon can come back from spawn and rain the point with some missiles. Otherwise, that's pretty much a 6v6.
Yeah, Maddox has switched over to the far right, gonna try and go up in the air and maybe try and take Blazon down. But they're pushing on the point. Like you said, it's overtime, and they're gonna start it with the self-destruct.
Right, and Luke Minnow has to pop that Transcendence. He's getting dove so hard right now. Unfortunate self-destruct, but Synthetics will be popping that attack visor, unable to get much done with it because Blaze is just playing these angles so well right now. Overbot's gonna take down Luke Minnow right now. It's 5v5 right now. Mercybots get taken down as well, and then Blaze is taking down Maddox, winning that Pharaoh duel. But on the other hand, Synthetics taking down Overbot, and also they're taking down Blazon and Eric Chang finally. But what will happen? Looks like the Highlanders are able to finally get some stable ground, taking down aimbot and finally flipping the point over.
Yeah, that would seem like just kind of the Centaurs realizing, hey, we're at 99%. We don't have to like stall this out for any reason. Let's back up and reset. And it does allow the Highlanders to get the point, and you never necessarily want to give a team momentum because Synthetics is finally maybe starting to hone in on Emblazon in some of these fights. Find that Pharaoh. Gonna have the barrage up though, so have to be very careful how the Highlanders position here.
Right, now we have Synthetics over on the left side, just playing that long angle, making sure that Emblazon doesn't have an easy way to get on the point. He will be getting pelted by Emblazon actually. Maddox gonna take down Overbot, and that's your main tech down for the dive. Blaze is gonna land another direct on the Maddox. Mercybot's gonna pop that Valkyrie, and then the self-destruct's gonna come out for Air Chang. But now the Red Army's gonna pop that whole essence, keeping everyone alive right now. But Blaze gets 2 kills up in the dome of the temple, and Blaze is gonna take down Synthetics as well. And Blazon, oh my gosh!
Yeah, and as Trav falls, the last one there, that's gonna be point. Oh, never mind. Maddox with the injury himself.
Oh no, Maddox is going to be killing himself with this 2 with that barrage, but right now Luke Minnow dancing around these walls, trying to contest as much as he can. He hasn't been noticed really by the Centaur. Just dancing around the point. He's going to amp himself and then head away from the point, but now Trav's able to contest the point on that Diva. And now the Sound Barrier is going to come out, keeping up the 3 contesters that much longer. Maddox on the Doomfist. Will he be able to get anything? Nope. And Blaze is going to take him down. Overbot's going to kill Trav before the self-destructor goes off, so the remake can't happen. And now Centaurs are cleaning up once again. Red Army's going down, and Synthetics is gonna get bullied by that Primal Rage. And Primal Rage
I'd like to point out, I think Luke Minnow is still alive. I don't think he has died yet. He is still dancing around. He's gonna finally lose the point, but Luke Minnow tried his heart out there to keep that alive.
Score.
Oh, Luke.
0-1.
And now, so we saw again, Emblazoned kind of went off. They tried, they had Synthetics on the soldier. They still weren't able to take him. This is another good Pharah point. They're not getting the bad Pharah point so far on Nepal. And this could be it for the Highlanders. They have to win this. Their season, their championship aspirations are on the line on this point.
Alright, and we're seeing the Orisa mirror once again. But Luke Minnow's gonna be on the Diva. I actually do agree with this a lot. He's gonna be able to shut down Emblazoned if he plays it right. On the other hand, this point is also kind of friendly to Pharah.
Bonjour.
We'll have to see what Synthetics can do on that Widow.
Salut.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting the comp the Highlanders have. They have the Junkrat and the Widow, like you said, along with Luke Minnow. They're really just going for Emblazoned, it feels.
Alright, we'll see the Orisa. See if Orisa Ball can get any good environmentals. Nope, they're going for the hook combo instead. And Overbutt's gonna have to run off into the safety of the back of the point.
Emblazoned's coming from behind.
Oh, Emblazoned. Right now, both teams kind of sitting on the point. Orisa Shields both very low. Mercybot's gonna try to pocket Emblazoned while he's on his back line. Oh no, Maddox is able to get the air shot onto him. That's a huge pick already. And oh no, Red Army's gonna go down to aimbot actually. And then a hook going down to Weezer. He's gonna be able to start the halts, but Maddox building up the ults of the Riptire already, taking down Eric Chang. Main tank down for the Centaurs, and now the shield is gone. Overbutt needs to just walk forward, but now Luke Minnow's gonna be diving into this backline, forcing the coalescence out, and now the whole Hawk's gonna be coming out from Overbutt, but not able to get the kill. Oh, and this point flips over to the Highlanders.
Yeah, Highlanders get the first cap. They're still fighting on it. Meanwhile, Emblazoned is on Winston. He has decided, I am just going to go for Synthetics, and has actually killed him twice since making the switch.
Right, and that makes a lot of sense. I think that I do think that Luke Minnow was doing a lot of work on that Diva, just like being conscious of Emblazoned and just making sure that he can't get that much work done. And then Maddox landing that sick midair shot onto him, that must have tilted him off, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and it's definitely something. Luke Minnow's been demac'd, having to try and find a way, but so far Centaurs are trying to take that. Another Riptire from Maddox. He has been so insane with these, and both supports might be down. Mercybot is just sooner or later going to fall into the pit.
Yeah, they're still contesting this so hard. I was certain that the Centaurs had wanted to fight like maybe 20% ago. A great stall coming out from the Highlanders.
Yeah, Emblazoned got 3 kills at the tail end of that, by the way. Take him off the Pharah, but you cannot take the Pharah out of Emblazoned. He's going to frontline Winston and just ruin your day.
Alright, looks like the Highlanders will be going the inside route, choosing to drop. Luke Minnow's going to be dropping down into the low ground of the point, walking on, and trying to get the boop on the Emblazoned, but it has to peel away. And now the rest of his team will be plopping down onto the low ground of the points. The Supercharger and Valkyrie being popped for the Highlanders, but Weezer's going down to the aimbot. Now aimbot's going to pop that aimbot. It's going to take down Luke Minnow coming out of that mech. Overbutt's going to be popping that whole hog, but unfortunately not able to get much for it. Now Weezer's going to be over on this other side of the point, just going to go down. A nice hold from the Centaurs.
I think Havoc Tor got 4 kills in that, by the way. So anyone that ever says Zenyatta is not a DPS, just needs to watch what Havoc Tor's doing off to the side.
Oh, nice double tap coming out from Synthetics. And now Luke Minnow's getting the environmental on the blaze. This fight is already.
Ooh, a nice self-destruct.
Getting it 3 with that self-destruct actually, and then finishing off Overbutt. Now they're gonna hold this choke like it's now 66% for the Centaurs right now, tied. This next fight will probably be the Centaurs' last chance to win this point.
Yeah, they do have both their support ults and the supercharger, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. But right now, this is a very aggressive position from the Highlanders.
Right, Synthetics was trying to go for the flank, but pushed up a little too close and went down to Overbutt. Luke Finn is going to be pulling back to the point behind that Orisa shield, but now Weezer's going to, or Blaze is going to rage. The Rip Tire coming out from the closet with from Maddox, but Aimbot's able to get a nice direct rocket onto it. Now the supercharger's coming out. Aimbot's going to be popping out. Aimbot once again. He's going to take down Luke Minnow, and so many kills for the Centaurs right now. That's going to be the points.
Yeah, the Highlanders were able to push it to overtime, but like you said, the point going over to the Centaurs once again. It is something to point out. Red Army actually got environmental killed by Emblazon. The Primal Rage pushing him off the point, and no wall riding for that, Lucio.
Right now, the final fight's going to be coming up. Opting to rush right. High Noon's going to be coming out, but now he's going to get dove by Overbutt. Oh, there takes down Mercy Bot. Just barely misses the defense matrix. Right now, both the wrestlers on the point, just kind of bopping each other. But now Overbutt's gonna be able to take down Weezer. Havituar's gonna pop that Transcendence, but not before Emblazon goes down. Luke Minnow is gonna be popping that self-destruct. He's gonna be safe for the remake, but he gets focused down very quickly. Aimbot is still on the side, just wreaking havoc on his entire team. He's had free reign. I'm pretty sure that he's just sat on that high ground the entire game.
I think he has, and I think this is it. You can see they're trying. Maddox gets in there and does get a kill on Aimbot with the except from Weezer, but they're just falling. It's only Maddox and Red Army left, and overtime is taking so far down that Red Army couldn't get back on point.
Oh, that is the map for the Centaurs. 2-0 on Nepal, 2-0 in this.
Yeah, 2-0 in the series for the Centaurs there. That was such a close point there. And Luke Minnow, this was such a good self-destruct. It really gave them time to try and hold this. Without that fight, this map, that point might have gone down even faster. But Emblazon switching over to the Winston and still going insane on that hero, and really probably, in my opinion, Aurora has to be the play of the game, the player of this match.
Right, I can't agree with you more. He was doing so much on King's Row, and then even here he pushed off the Pharah when he realized it wasn't working as much as he thought, and then switching over to Winston, he was able to just create so much space for Aimbot just to sit on the side and dink heads.
Yeah, but it will be, we now know the finals in Overwatch. It will be the Centaurs versus the Green Knights. We saw both those teams. Both of them kind of had good performances, but the Centaurs looked dominant here.
Right, and I can't really compare the two matches. But maybe the Highlanders just didn't show up today. Maybe they're just having an off day. Maybe they had a really hard test that they had to study for. Who knows? But we're just going to have to figure out on the day of the finals.
Yeah, and that will be a lot of fun. But thank you again, everyone, for tuning into these exciting semifinals matches. We had the Woodstock Academy Centaurs moving on to play at the LAN finals in Yukon on April 28th against the Notre Dame Green Knights in a rematch of last season. So who will come out ahead this time around. So make sure you tune in on April 28th to catch how this season ends. And you can follow us on Twitter and Twitch at @OfficialEGF to stay up to date with everything we've got going on. And once again, guys, this season wouldn't be possible without the support from our sponsors, the Yukon Gaming Club, the Yukon School of Engineering, HyperX, and Controller Chaos for making this all possible. So be sure to check out their links. And that MVP vote's still ongoing. So Emblazon it, he put on a performance. He showed off when he needed to. So make sure you type !MVP to get in on that vote. My name was once again VicSharp Wattigny, and you can find me at the VicSharp.
And I'm ROROROR. You can find me at ROROROR_1. I hope you caught that all. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.